to dry your tears. We'll always be here, whether in Declan or Dell. Your efforts were wasted, just try that you share. And here it still prevails. Well, I guess we're mad. And we made them mad. That's why they still call me. I've been just like Lonely Tony. Oh, when we're kicking ass in war. I don't care what they say, local anyways. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Break, jump and walk, truthful boots and make it more. Oh yeah, we got new blues, win without that rolling too. We won't stop and we won't slow. We got that gun that for every blow. Spamming local too. Spamming local black too.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Push to Talk. I'm here with the usual crew. We've got Total Newbie here with us. Say hey, Total. Nope. Does he not hear me? Must not, because we love Discord. It is so great.
Are you still muted?
Yep, we got you. Can you hear me? No, they can't. So let me hang up and get back in. There you are. Can you guys hear me now? I forgot. They can't hear me. And you know why? Because I am Push to Talk today. I'm usually on voice sensitivity, but since I've got a little bit of a cold, I decided that I better be on Push to Talk because I'm sitting here coughing and sneezing and all that fun stuff.
Semi-professional.
Oh my God, look at that mug. It's as big as this freaking head.
That's true.
That's why everybody tuned in today to see. And we got
tasty good.
Thank you to Decanto for the follow. Much appreciated. So we've got, I'll go over because I was talking. You guys couldn't hear me, but the audience, of course, could hear me. So we have a normal show today with all kinds of sound problems like you're used to with us. We got Total Newbie down there with his giant mug. Oh, look. Roll Tide.
God damn it.
Over in the UK, that means something as well. That means
okay.
Hey,
doesn't that mean
got some
someone's
Roll
on
Tide fans?
And we got Sight over there. Say hi, Sight.
Hi.
And Mist as always.
Hello.
So, Newbie, tell us your discovery about.
Hold on. RJ,
Oh,
we got RJ, and we got over there on
Hello.
voice, and the McLeod on voice as well.
Hello.
So welcome everybody in the audience. We're here to talk about all our favorite things in Eve this week finally.
Sure.
So what were you gonna say? Sorry.
I was gonna say, Newbie made a discovery about Mist today that he's just adamant about. That I don't know if he wants to share.
That wasn't a discovery.
I mean, you brought photographic evidence
What, that he is the Gerber baby?
that he is the Gerber baby. Yeah.
He is the Gerber baby,
Yeah.
all grown up. I
Oh my
don't know.
God.
I can't link it in the channel, so.
That's why that's there. Holy shit.
Mist is sitting there going, I wish I had all the money they paid the
Oh,
Gerber baby.
oh,
God
wait.
damn it.
I might be able to link that.
Eric still hasn't figured out that he has push to talk, and he's sitting there talking
Yeah.
away while we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got wind power.
Nope,
Just
I'm
talk him
actually.
over.
What? How sad is this?
He's
Actually,
definitely talking.
I was actually pushing the button, and it wasn't letting me light up. So I love Discord. It's wonderful.
Discord's
it
great.
was
It's
it was
user
screwing
error.
me up earlier.
It's
too.
it's one of the best things about the interplay between like OBS and XSplit and Discord.
It's not a bug,
That,
it's a
like,
feature.
sometimes shit just doesn't work.
Well, now that
Oh, it's definitely going to crash and burn before the hour's up. That's for sure.
well, something's gonna crash and burn. So I'm all ready for my coughing fits because I have my I'm all ready.
Uh-huh. What about him?
What I will eventually have one soon.
Hmm.
So I've been sick all week. For those who don't know, I'm having a blast here. So Newbie was unable to come out and join me this week because he didn't get the bacon in time.
I didn't get the bacon until Thursday afternoon late. So
That is just
we had,
totally unacceptable.
Actually,
So-
I have 4 freezers that are completely packed with hog right now. One
See,
freezer is entirely dedicated to bacon.
So
See, that's how I know that Americans are like, fully committed to meat.
Meat. There's nothing better than meat. And actually, did you know that if you like people who have O blood,
Mhm.
they actually crave meat, where people who have like A blood crave vegetables and they don't really like meat that much.
It explains vegans.
I think I'm AB. So
I'm-
I
And
like
it
vegetables
explains
with my
people
meat.
not being able to be vegan as well.
So like in the winter when it's time for that beef stew, Yankee pot roast, yummy.
So if you have O-type blood, like,
Roast.
does that mean that you're closer to vampires than A-types?
No, it's because you're the universal. Yeah, wait. No,
Just in case anybody was interested,
He's trying to be like, oh, that's the universal donor. That's
Scythe-
the universal recipient.
I
Scythe-
forgot which one's
Hey,
which
new
right there for about
subscriber.
5 seconds.
Woo.
all
What's
right. Holy Thought, 3 months in a row. Thank you very much for that subscription. We appreciate that. Scythe just
Cheers,
fired
buddy.
up Age of Empires in case anybody was interested.
Well, I was gonna swear more if I was playing Battlefield like I was, so this will keep my ADHD on track.
Semi say.
Robbie wants to know if you read that on the paleo diet. Newbie.
I don't.
About the
No, my wife used to work for a blood bank when she was young, and she actually learned that, and she told me that. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
By the way, every time I cough, everybody has
All
to
right,
do a shot in
moving
the
on.
audience. So,
Boy, we derailed.
and I mean, does it really look?
He has an entire freezer full of bacon. Do you think he does diets?
Newbie, it looks
The
like you do a
seafood
diet
diet.
of eating whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want because America.
I do.
So it was very interesting last night before we start talking to Eve stuff, right? So a friend of mine posted on my Facebook page this picture of people with bacon, just chunks of bacon about as big as your hand, about 2 inches thick on a stick over like a little campfire. And apparently this is a thing these days to go to like a bacon roast. I'm sitting there going, that's going to be a big fire with all that bacon grease dripping into it and everything.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
the best smelling fire.
It
You
kind of will
imagine
be.
the tears though if it slid off of your.
Oh,
stick
I
and
would
went in there.
cry. I'd cry for weeks. You know.
So it was
You do realize that if you can construct purely out of bacon, so long as you have a hose of acetylene and oxygen, you can make a bacon lance that you can literally cut a baking tray out like in half with.
a bacon lance.
Yeah, like a thermal lance. Like you can make one out of bacon.
All right.
So maple syrup bacon is amazing. That's what Sergeant Warlock said. So my question is
No.
that Canadian bacon?
Don't just get thick cut hickory smoked bacon. You don't need fucking maple in that shit.
Oh, I see. Preds has seen pictures, but I can't link anything in the. Eric could actually
Oh,
link
if you're not
the
a
pictures
scribe-
of my freezer. So.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. I got you. I'll link pictures of the freezer.
I mean, people are like, "What are they talking about?"
You'll understand in about 15 seconds once I
How
scroll
many-
through the 5,000 chat messages of bacon.
So
talk.
let's frame this up for the audience.
Yeah.
Exactly how many pounds of pork products in total did you get? And then just how many pounds in bacon did you get?
So total was probably about 700 pounds because I slaughtered 2 of my sows. One dressed out at she didn't dress out, but she weighed about 650 pounds, and then the other one was about 400 pounds, and that translated to about 700 pounds of meat, of which I have in the neighborhood of 80 pounds of bacon.
You know when you watched Wayne's World and they said, we are not worthy? That's really where I'm at right about now with
bacon.
your quantity of
Bacon
pork
1
products.
of 1.
Beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye.
You could
Yeah,
say
it's
it brings the bacon home.
It's crazy, but I mean that.
It literally does.
2.
My daughter and son-in-law and grandkids are here now, and so we made some bacon last night. And the first thing out of his mouth was, "This is the best bacon I've ever had."
Accurate. He won't share it with us.
There you go.
I'm
Eric?
not going to post the picture of the truck.
Eric's gonna get some around the first week of November. So.
I know that's. I think I have some time off around there to just drive 8 hours.
I think that's it's probably. Is it only?
Yeah, it's
I
about
guess
8
it'd
for
only
him.
Be about
It's
8
about
or 9.
hours. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
I would
8.
drive 8 hours to meet, hang out with Newbie, and eat bacon. That sounds like a good idea.
Well, I'm like 5.5 hours from Eric, so.
There we go. We'll
I linked the 2 pictures of Newbie's freezer there. As did we win yet?
Somebody wants you to be their bacon daddy. He's my bacon daddy.
Bacon daddy.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be a good weekend. That or the next weekend. Whatever we do is good. We'll be eating and
Yeah,
having
it's
a good
just
time.
crazy.
Okay.
House might
What
be in a
kind-
little
what-
bit of disarray at that time because we're probably getting some new work done in the bathrooms, but we'll be okay.
Well, we got birthday weekend too, so we'll all be in disarray.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. So, hey, let's talk about some Eve stuff. We're 10 minutes in. Mist, you were talking about some of the stuff related to the Abyssal sites.
Hang on, let me
of the
put some
changes.
magic cards away.
The
Really?
what?
Really?
He's playing Magic the Gathering while
Hey.
he's waiting.
Mist, we're doing a show here. Okay?
Not all of us can multitask properly, Mist. Okay.
This is fair. So, today I can't even remember what the event is. It's like a G Fest, I think. It was
G-Fleet.
like an EVE Online gathering. G Fleet, thank you.
It's a
Some
German
CCP
like,
person.
gathering.
Said, hey, so Abyss Space, what we're going to do is we're going to make it so you go in with frigates, but 3 of you.
Mm.
3.
So-
Three frigates instead of just 1 Tech 3 cruiser.
So is this assault frigates, T1 frigates?
All
what?
frigates. All frigates
All
of all
frigates.
flavors will be allowed.
So we're gonna bring back the 10MN bomber.
That would be terrible but hilarious. So it's up on Duality? Yes, that one right now. There's no market seeded at the moment, so you have to ask a GM, like, pretty please, can you give me some ships? And it's the cruiser spawns at the moment still, so it's just generally testing the actual mechanic of forming the fleet and going into the site. But I think it's quite a good idea. A new lease for PvE, group together, social stuff. Yeah, it should be good.
So
Oh
what are
yeah,
they-
and he said, so yeah, PvP, I mean the future of Abyss. Sorry, my bad.
Oh,
Yeah, he basically slipped up and said, so PvP, I mean the future of the Abyss will be announced at eVegas.
so
I don't
they're
know
gonna
if that
limit it-
was...
They're gonna limit
Sorry.
it to frigates. So they're basically gonna kill the solo guy.
No.
I think they may kind of add something to certain tiers of like abyssal sites that you can run or maybe so that certain tiers are potentially allowable for PvP inside.
So what they've changed is they've made it so you can activate a filament for yourself or for a fleet. If you activate it for yourself, you go in as per normal. If you activate it for a fleet, you generate like a gate, and then everyone just jumps in.
In case any of you are wondering, the reason that Eric's avatar came up is he's actually blowing his nose right now.
Yeah, so there's like no point in putting the avatar up now that we've ruined the mystery.
And
Yeah.
he's back.
That is correct. So you basically choose if you want to do a solo adventure or a group adventure. And the main thing with this is it's bringing down, since you'll be going in frigates, it allows more accessibility for alphas because you can train more towards better frigates on an alpha than you can for a cruiser compared to a mega.
Yeah, there's more skill point like allowance for
Yeah.
better frigate skills than for cruiser skills.
It's like it was designed for that. You know, to get people in the first class of ship in the game so they can get a feel for it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
But now
that was all
but now Abyssals are going to accommodate for it.
it also lowers the cost of entry for like the high-end ships because at the moment you're looking at a 4-bill pod and a 4-bill Gila for level 5s. So it'll be a bit cheaper when they fully balance in frigates, everything. Because then you don't feel like you need the max end stuff because you won't be needing to push that much on a frigate class.
I was going to say, depending on what how you actually fit that frigate, like you probably won't lose an absolute fortune like some of the really expensive cruisers that are running sites right now.
I see worms coming back. They're quite cool. The drone damage, they're basically the smaller Gila. And what's the Fragavian frigate? I can't pronounce.
What's the angel? Is it the angel or the Sancho one? Like, is it the succubus or?
Succubus,
Yeah,
yeah.
the succubus.
Because that obviously, bearing in mind it's an angel one, it will have afterburn, a speed bonus. So like that is probably very good for tanking as well. And speed tanking.
I can't pronounce it. That's why I said who knows what it is. They got
helped you out. It's the Damovic.
Yeah, I can't pronounce it. The Damovic. So I need people to say things first for me. That's got the remote reps built in as well as the main DPS element, so that they can just spider tank their way through.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
So it's not just frigates then, but they're just making it. So the question would be, if you have more than one person, then is it only frigates?
Yes. So if you've got 3 people, you go in with frigates. If you're on your own, you go in a cruiser.
And I imagine the gates that, or the gates that are generated because of that, only allow frigates into them as well.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Because that would suck. Otherwise.
That seems like some complicated coding. So what is going to break in the game for the rest of us?
All of it.
Acceleration
Bosses.
gates only allow frigates no matter the class of mission.
Yeah.
Or
high set gates only allow frigates.
Or acceleration gates let anyone in any ship so that we can do 10 out of 10s and Titans.
Titans are suddenly gating into high sec.
Oh boy.
Dude, how much fun would that be?
Just doomsdaying the advertisement structures in Jitter. Come on, my PC.
No, we'll just sit on the gate outside of Gina on the pipe and just freaking nuke all the freighters sitting there. See what happens.
Concord.
Nuke all of the
Concord to kill a Titan.
Nuke all of the offshoring citadels.
Yeah.
Titans.
Touch wood that my desk is made of. If EVE Online ever sunsets, I imagine they're just going to, instead of doing some like celebrationary last minute thing, they're just going to say, yeah, fuck it, turn off gate restrictions.
Yes.
Oh, the havoc.
God, just destroy the Gina 4-4 station. Let's kill an NPC station. Let's do it. Get rid of all the fucking scams in there.
I mean, even if it had 99% resist, I've seen I've seen goons run through modules with 99.9% resist, and they're just like, fuck it. They would do it to
It's like-
Jitter 4.
Oh yeah, we would take the time and just not care.
So I saw something. I don't remember if I was in Discord, wherever I was in the world. Somebody has noticed on Sissy that there are now player monuments and some kind of different modules. Anybody know anything about that?
Really
Oh,
now.
I might.
Yeah, it's some of the replacements for the POS modules that have turned up on Sissy.
So
So it
you've
looks
got
like
the-
we're gonna have our own advertising, frickin', all the little bulletin board things on all the high sec gates.
Dick butt everywhere.
Oh god,
It's gonna be
yeah,
a mess.
this is
man.
true.
So they're introducing like the advertisement nexus. So just literally like a giant billboard thing that you can build. I think that's going to fall something along the propaganda.
Or just bacon pictures.
Yeah, but
If
bun
you,
puns
if,
bacon.
if you see the pinned home system, it'll just be
Yeah, I
pictures
guess
of bacon.
Tijuana is gonna just have bacon.
It'll
signs
be
all over
bacon,
the place.
Roll Tide, bacon.
Hey,
Yeah.
RJ, can we get a roll tide out of you?
Hey RJ, can we get a Roll Tide?
Go Ducks.
Let's just not explain that. They are not. Remember, I looked into that. They are not. They're not accepting ads at the time. Oh well, I spent like 2 hours looking it up.
Yeah, but this is you, Gun. So, do we have anybody out there that knows?
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, I got you. Yeah, like the let's all go to the lobby or whatever. Yeah, I like that. But yeah. It's the old movie theater like intro, like snacks or whatever. Eric, your audio's muted.
Eric, did you mute yourself, bro?
He muted himself to blow his nose.
It's actually there. It is. It unmuted.
Solved it.
I had to click it a couple times. It's weird. Sorry, guys. I was talking about.
I can't hear him at all. I can see him talking.
That's crazy. My sound is acting really weird today. Probably because I have a Windows 10 update waiting to be applied that I did not apply before the show.
Don't do that.
Everybody
Do
is
not do
saying,
that.
don't apply.
Yeah. So
There's been people who have lost like 200 gigs worth of their own like files.
wow.
Okay,
when updating.
200 gigs of files, that's all porn.
That's so much.
Yeah. Imagine your
That seems
200 gigabyte.
Number seems a
That's
little
a
low.
legitimate gripe as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, that's a
Those are-
lot of data you had to download.
That's rookie point. That's
How many
rookie number
bandwidth?
point.
To be honest, that is how much I downloaded in a month. Apparently, 200 gigs.
Arendis is saying he muted me because he's all powerful and all that good stuff.
That is
He
accurate.
is all powerful.
That is accurate, though. He can do that. He has that power.
Speaking of computer weirdness, I woke up and all the stuff that was on my desktop that was stacked to the left, it was all messed up over on the right. Not even stacked straight.
I've seen that after a Windows update.
That sound-
on
that-
occasion.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mine
that
does
sounds
it
more like
anytime
a
it's updated in
You
NVIDIA
better.
graphics.
You better.
yeah. When I have to update my graphics card like drivers, that's generally when that happens.
Yeah.
Old people don't like change, so that's why I'm on Windows 3.1.
But you know who has a real problem?
I don't even
change?
think FTP
People who
worked
moved
on
out
Windows
and-
3.1.
They won't. They want to stimulate to Roll Tide.
Damn it, gun.
Damn it!
That
Except
roll
the chain.
tide. What is that roll tide thing?
Except the assimilation, dude.
I think it has something to do with like Alabama and some clay looking red or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, the red
I can,
clay, man. That is like the worst
I can
ever.
tell
It
you
is. It's
all
freaking
about-
gross.
I can tell you that I sat through a 30-minute speech at one of my cousin's weddings listening to his mom explain Roll Tide to a bunch of North Carolinians, and we were just like, fuck off. So, I have no idea what she said, but she just said Roll Tide a bunch, so I'm pretty sure that's how you disguise yourself.
Speaking of roll tide in North Carolina, since you were in Europe when the hurricane hit,
Yeah.
how'd the house survive?
A
Did
house
you have any
is
tide?
fine. House was fine. I had to mow the lawn because it was like 2 feet tall after that much rain and not being here for 2 weeks.
If all you had to do was mow the lawn, you got away fucking lightly.
Yeah, well, that's my house. Now, my grandmother's house, I've already done some work over there. She had a bunch of trees come down up at the beach, so that was lovely. My uncle took care of most of it. Thank you. Because it's a 3-hour drive for me just to go up there to help freaking pick up limbs.
If you want to go to the beach in Grandma's house, you better help her.
Exactly. That's why I go up there.
Skippy, hey, I'm coming with my chainsaw, man. Beach.
Yeah, you can. If you want to come on up, well, I'll give you a key. You can go up there. I know you ain't gonna tear it up.
Ooh.
Doesn't Grandma live there?
Nah, Grandma lives in Raleigh. She has 2 houses.
Grandma's my age.
Grandma's older than you.
You're like a youngster to Grandma, newbie.
Yeah. Grandma fought the Nazis.
Nice.
Well,
So she plays Eve and she was fighting Evo?
sure.
Okay.
I mean, she
Or
can barely
Vega.
understand how emails work, so I don't think she can figure out how to log into Eve. But she would try her darndest.
I think we should reach out to Miesmacher and Duranja, or whatever his name was, and see how they're doing over there in Vega Land.
We'll send them the gif of the groundhogs or whatever.
Good old Durunja
Meerkats.
and Meerkat.
Yeah.
The Meerkat thing.
Logi buddies.
Alrighty.
What was the other little Eve thing that Mist was talking about? Oh, Mist wrote an article. What's the deal with CO2 blowing up iHubs or something?
So,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, if you want to claim SOAP, you have a bill to pay, just to make it even more. So you pay 20 million ISK a day per TCU Online, 10 million ISK a day per iHub Online as the base rate. If you upgrade the iHub, you have to pay additional fees. And that fee is payable every 2 weeks. So it's not like it comes out of your account every day. So for CO2, that bill was about 500 million ISK a day, paid every 2 weeks. That's 7 billion each fortnight that they have to pay for SOV that they obviously weren't using. And,
So does that mean they're poor and they can't afford it?
well, they blew it up, I think, because it's a money saving scheme, because they've got to pay for all the munions that they keep feeding, trying to save pandemic hordes rock crawls.
Lol.
Yeah, CO2 still they're like crashing on pandemic horde space now after getting kicked out of bot space and just getting farmed a little bit by Skill U and Scourge, it seems, by looking at a Z kill board.
So I saw a battle, speaking of P-Horde and CO2 and all that stuff with GOTG. I saw a battle report where it looked like P-Horde killed a couple of disconnected Nixes, but when you actually look at the battle report, they had like equal supers and titans that were kind of involved, I guess, in different systems. They had the potential for a fight, but it seems like neither side nutted up on that. So I guess Gobbins was just talking shit and just wouldn't commit.
Sounds about right.
It's not the only people who don't commit. Oh wait, hang on, we won the war again.
No, we don't commit. We already know that. Goons don't commit.
We don't commit. We just kill keep stars left and right. Capital
They
fleet.
they killed themselves. Goons didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Goons don't
they
exist.
all F4 for God mode and then accidentally blow up because they overload.
It was a controlled demolition, nothing to go on.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, they didn't want that keep star anyway.
They did not want that keep star anyway, based off the fact that they showed up for that fight.
I'm pretty much sure that could be said if we did commit war crimes in that war.
How many civilians are on a keep star? Because it's like a 500,000 man crew for a Titan. or
If
some
you
crap.
followed the law of a keep star, well, law of the structures, they would have actually been evacuated at that point.
Yeah,
I feel badly for the janitors because
Man.
it requires a lot of janitors to build a keep star.
Only 250, and then you need like 500 Marines apparently.
Aranda says something like 165 million people when fully staffed. That's
So-
a
Sounds
cool
about
number.
right.
That's a cool number to know.
So on the scope, they did talk about the first keep star that blew up. in wormhole space, and they were like pushing for, hey, is there going to be any evacuation rings to extract the civilians? And they're like, no.
Not get fucked. Die in space like a warrior.
Yeah, so with in known space, they would have been able to evacuate all the civilians and get them all out on the end of the armor timer.
Shook is out there worried about the lunch ladies, and he's probably singing that song about the lunch ladies to himself.
You had to say that, didn't you?
I did.
If
I did.
you fill your
Because-
Keepstar with
Song he's talking about. That's the best part.
Because as soon as he said that in my brain, it went hoagies and grinders, hoagies and grinders.
if you fill your Keepstar with slaves and exotic dancers, what are you going to do about your hull? What about your ship? What about your Titan?
Well,
What's going to be exotic dancers going to be there?
I'm pretty sure that an exotic dancer adds at least 5% resist across the board on all hit points.
Hey,
If you
hey,
have enough, even when
This
you're
isn't-
backing them,
this isn't
Are
the
you
Chinese
even,
server.
are you even thinking
This
about
isn't
what
the
you're
Chinese
saying?
server.
That's just so bad. Woo, lad.
Thank you, Ken, for the insightful commentary.
I'm sorry, that was bad. I'm not actually sorry. It's me.
You maybe
Talking
help me to
about-
clear my sinuses. This is getting better. This is good.
That's nice. So, did you find
Oh.
the hot buttered rum recipe yet?
I did find the hot buttered rum recipe, but it's 78
Couple of
degrees here.
ingredients.
The 78 degrees here that it is. I don't think I'm going to be having that.
Preds, whoever's drawing the duck art, someone draw a duck art using his corpse to deflect lasers. Because Preds, that's accurate.
My coffee cup is empty. I must refill it.
See, that's why you get an Amar styled coffee cup. It never runs out of ammo.
I'm not sure
It
if
never
Market,
runs out because it's
Never runs out. You just gotta replace the mug.
no, just it comes with an Amar slave who comes and fills up for you.
That's also true. It does have Amar slaves.
So Market Tycoon is here now and wants to know where does he sign to join. I'm not sure what.
To join
What it means.
what? What, the gun show? I don't.
If you wanna become a subscriber,
America?
it's up there at the top.
To join America, you gotta get a visa.
Do you?
Yeah, or you can just get on a plane and come and say you're on vacation. You know, like 90% of illegal immigration.
Yeah, but you also need the correct paperwork for that, for saying you're coming on a vacation as well.
It's just a passport.
Well, you know,
No,
eVegas.
you need to
is,
wait.
eVegas is soon.
Don't be that guy who turns up with the electronic waiver form, says that you're for work, get arrested, and deported back.
Sounds fun though.
I love horrendous. That's awesome.
I approve. So it's
Karen, that's great.
it's not the only thing with change we've had. So with Singularity, Sissy, the test server, and the Chinese server, they've actually incorporated all of the updates to go through Sissy. So on Sissy, you'll see updates destined for both Tranquility and the Chinese server Serenity. So when you're on TQ, when you're on Sissy, and you see golden ammunition and hookers that give you plus 10 speed or whatever, think, it's probably not coming to Tranquility before you make a Reddit shitpost.
Man,
Who
it sounds
shitposts
like you're
on Reddit?
real angry about that shitpost.
I'm just saying, people are like, oh my god, guys, there's changes. Like, well, if you actually read where it says for Serenity only, then it's fine.
Speaking of Reddit, what was all this drama about the CSM notes?
Was there drama or was it? I mean, I don't know.
Root into fun.
I did not get through all of them yet. I read up to certain portions, but what was the drama about?
I don't know. There's just like always drama on this site.
It's Reddit. It's screen
Reddit,
first,
that's
ask
the idea
question
of it.
later.
Oh, so somebody actually. Oh, that was the thing I read this morning about the war deck thing that was suggested to get rid of them.
Well,
Yes.
it is just broken.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
is.
war decks have
horrendously
been broken forever, right?
Yeah, I know, but like, you know, there's people have always speculated like it might be broken, but you know, it might not affect as many people as people may think. Well, in actual fact, it seems as though it affects a hell of a lot more than people ever dreamed that it may have affected.
So the main thing is, so they were looking at player data, retainment rates, and everything, and said, all right, so when people make corps and get war decked, they'll stop playing a little bit whilst they're war decked, and then they won't come back and play after the war deck.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the game is hard enough when you're new to the game, because we have somebody who just joined the corp who never played Eve, and started from zero, and it's super hard. I mean, I almost feel bad for him.
The problem is that in reality, with our diets consisting of Cheetos and Mountain Dew, we do actually need to find new people to recruit, as the average life expectancy is 40 odd.
So, yeah, I mean, I remember when we were in High-Sec Corps, right? And even our Wormhole Corp, right? We had High-Sec and Wormhole operations. And as soon as we were war decked, what would we do, Scythe? We'd say all operations only in the Wormhole, right?
And we would bring in all the new boys and tell them come play in the Wormhole with us and show them how it worked.
That's right. So we would evac everybody from High-Sec into the Wormhole, and that would be it.
Yeah, they're like, I can't do these L4s. I'm like, no, but you can blow up those sleep rooms, and that's pretty fun.
And that's if you have an organized corp with a Wormhole presence. But if you're just a High-Sec corp,
yeah, fucked.
like they said, you're going to stop playing for the week. If they renew it, you're going to keep not playing, and then guess what? When people get used to not playing, they don't log back in.
Well, it's not used to not playing. It's a case of they go and play something else. So they'll be playing like, I don't know, random stuff like Stellaris or like, say, I don't know, Fortnite or something else with their friends, right? And they'll just kind of forget. They'll forget about playing Eve because, like, that's what happens.
I think Newbie
Can you believe that? Can you believe that she is actually trying to troll me in the chat right now? I don't think she understands the power of the button.
Who's trying to troll you in the chat?
Sin.
Oh, Sin. It ain't gonna work. You should know better.
She's having fun, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm glad she's having fun. It's all fun and games till someone gets their eye poked out. So I'm not bringing her any bacon. I'm just telling you that right now.
Oh, denial of bacon, damn.
Yeah, damn, it got real. That's like telling someone.
I've really become a pork snob, man. I mean, it's like my neighbors help me out all the time with feeding animals and crap like that. And it's like, you want to give them stuff. I'm like, oh no, I can't give them these pork chops. They're like really good. I'll give them that. No, I can't give them that. I'm definitely not giving them any bacon. It's like, it's freaking terrible, man.
They're probably watching. Your neighbors are watching the show.
Nice.
You're like the smog of like pork products. Just like, you shall not have this.
No, but I mean, it's like, if I ate all of this, it would definitely kill you.
Yeah. How many Fortisars will it take for Goons to save Guardians of the Galaxy from Horde and Black Legion? For a start, they require faction Fortisars, not the standard Fortisars.
Yep.
And probably
Goons want all their stations back, thank you very much. That's basically what it is. It's like, we want all of our stations back that we put in Deckline. So
the thing at the moment is, obviously, we don't want to go to war again because we actually want to rebuild and actually have a break and go enjoy Eve. Because yes, being at war is fun, but actually being able to just do your own thing again is relaxing for a month.
I have actually had at least.
You just said that?
2 complaints.
I enjoy
I'm already bored.
I've had
blow some shit up.
I've had 2 complaints from people that were not at war.
Okay.
I gotta be blowing something up. It's
I
like,
imagine-
come on, let's go blow something up.
I imagine Whelp Squad is always recruiting. Apparently, you've got to be able to push a button to apply, and then just
That's all
be
you
able to
gotta do.
push
Wait,
it forward.
is the application process knowing how to hit F1 and there's like a screen that says hit the right button and there's an F1, an Alt F4, and a couple other.
It says press F1 to send application, and if you hit F2, it goes application rejected.
See?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
There's Shoka. There you go. He wants perpetual warfare.
that's how you stay poor.
That's why we have SIGs and squads.
Well, I need to finish building my avatar.
Six and-
unless somebody.
Do you want one?
I do.
You-
Yes.
you-
Give me.
You can give me I've got built 25% of it. I just need like 1.5 billion trit. And
It
all the
only
other stuff.
takes 28 days to build the damn thing.
Yeah, but you got to.
Honestly-
you need to make the parts first, and then you got to make the actual thing.
Honestly, there are colossal mountains of trit lying about in Delve right now.
Yeah, but what if he's a poor boy?
No.
But
It's
you-
just unfortunate that it isn't in your hangar. That's the only issue.
There's no
Well,
trip
that
in
because he
Delve.
doesn't have a Titan, he can't bridge his freighter.
There's
Sucks to be
it's
you,
like-
Nest.
It's like a seriously awkward catch-22.
There's no Trit in Delve. You're so full of crap. There's no Moon Goo in Delve. There's nothing.
I don't know anything about that.
I think there's more Pharaoh Gel in Delve right now than there is in frickin' Jita.
I need
Sounds
yeah,
accurate, actually.
1.6 billion trit
You're halfway there.
is the main thing.
Buckle up. You do not have to
You're
wear
halfway
pants in
there,
your Titan.
man.
No,
And the main thing is the Mexalon. I need 206
Yeah,
million
the
units
max
of that.
is the max is your cost, and you're gonna go find Nice rocks, and you're gonna get so sick of mining Nice that you're just it's horrible, Mist. I feel bad for you. Not really. I would actually recommend SWAT VIP. Just get it the easy way, man. Have them build it.
Well, I've half built it. That's the thing.
I don't know why Agava is saying Veldspar. I don't think I've mined Veldspar in 10 years.
yeah, Veldspar
All
is
of the trit.
all hell the glorious.
I thought
Veldspar
Veldspar was like a
God.
paint.
No, that's
Veldspar.
Valspar.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
Sharon Williams.
We need to get Jadeku into 0-0 so that he can figure out that Veldspar is not the shit you want to mine.
Yeah,
No.
Veldspar is literally worthless.
Unless you like trit.
Unless you want to mine in high sec, at which point go for it, have fun.
High sec.
Ugh.
So so speaking of high sec,
Sure.
do you think that high sec should be like shrunk down and where it really is, it's high sec. You can't kill anybody, you can't war deck anybody.
No.
It's just kind of a place for people to
Seriously?
go somewhere. But then you expand low sec and you build low sec up better.
No.
Well,
No.
I don't think you should.
low sec needs help.
Nobody cares about low
LowSec needs a purpose. Like that's the thing with LowSec at the moment. LowSec is just basically like aside from the one or two things that like are predominantly in LowSec, which is basically like faction war. Like LowSec doesn't really have a purpose. LowSec
I
is just
would-
basically a
CTP
dumping
knows
ground for
about
stuff that
Ogre
isn't
and
high sec or like but LowSec is just basically like apart from one or two things, LowSec is just a dumping ground for stuff that isn't in high sec and isn't in null sec.
Let's put it this way: you need about
As far as I'm
25% of the high sec that is there. So you cut high sec down by 25%. You cut or 75%, and then you cut low sec down by 50%, and then you cut null sec down by 50%, and then you have about the number of systems you need. And by the way,
And they miraculously expand as the player base grows.
and then you make Jita low sec.
No, you make Jita null sec.
No,
Cheetah
no.
should be null sec.
Null sec.
Oh, that
Light
could be
Sinos.
nasty.
Dude, danger Sinos. It'll be so much fun. You just
Oh,
jump
and by
in
the way-
spot, you're in the right spot.
Get rid of Thera.
Yeah, why do we even have there if we already have wormhole?
I think it was really some sort of generic compensation for.
I think Thera had its place before Citadels came in because Thera had the only stations that you could dock in. But since Citadels and since people putting keep stars plural into their own wormholes, Thera's just doesn't really have much of a purpose.
I would argue too that if you had Solve and Nullsec, you should be able to change the name of the system.
Yeah.
Imagine putting a keep star in a class 2
Imagine-
wormhole and knowing you would never lose that keep star.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how lost you would get in Delve? Because every system would be named Pork Butt.
They would all be something dick butt.
Everybody align Pork Butt. Wait, go
It's
back
pork
through
butt.
Pork Butt?
Well, they'd
What?
have to be unique.
It's like I love that pork butt. and
It'd be-
there is pork butt here, and
Buckle up is like Dick Butt. It'd be like Dick Butt 1.
Pork butt there and
Dick
pork butt
2.
everywhere.
it's
Dick butt
gonna be
3.
great. We should do that. That should be-
Within reason, the naming. Come on.
if you max out your sob stuff.
Like we could rename TJ to Tijuana, right?
So what's this new game you're playing, Gun, or is it an old game?
I'm playing a really old game, dude.
Age of
Super old,
Empires
Age of
2,
Empire-
right?
Empires.
This is one of the first computer games I ever had.
But I would say Age of
that
Empires is
WoW
like
was the
epic.
first MMO.
I deny
I
that
don't-
claim.
I don't think that
Sadus always says it.
I can tell he's
Yeah,
not
and if
around
he-
because
if
he
he's-
has
if
his
he says
family.
it- Yeah, that's true. And to be fair, if he says it, it's probably true.
So we're under 2 weeks to Eve Vegas now.
Yeah.
You know, I actually did look at the airlines, and it's like $279. I could just come up for Thursday and Friday and fly home.
Oh, you got to do it, bro. You can stay in my room.
I'm thinking.
You
about
got
it.
to do it. You got to do it, man.
I have to fly
That weekend-
Spirit Airlines
That
to
weekend's
do
gonna
that.
suck. So
Oh, Spirit.
that weekend's
sucks
gonna
hard.
suck. So you know you're gonna have to be hungover to get through that weekend.
It is. It
Yeah,
really.
come stay with me, man. Just leave the wife and kids and just come have fun with me and Demorg and Alchemisti and stuff.
What to see? I'll make that decision soon. Because I really want to go to the Goon Dinner. Because it's just fucking fun.
It is real fun.
Well, that and your ticket's not transferable.
There you go. Yeah.
So okay. I know what to do. I'm just gonna get Lilith to bug the shit out of you for the next week and a half.
And she can. So can Scythe.
I can bug him if you really.
Random
Oh, yeah,
messages throughout the day.
That's right.
I'm just going to send you something inter-office mail. It's going to look like a serial killer note. It says "Go to Goon Vegas." Like a cut. The best will be cut out of all the brochures and stuff I have in my office that we're not allowed to hand out.
That's funny. That'll be funny.
Oh, well, you better do it now, Asma. Because see, now I'm thinking, hey, that's a great idea.
See, newbie could just pay me with a single pound of bacon, and I would bug the shit out of you for the next month. He doesn't understand. He has that power right now.
I have the power.
Yeah,
I feel like horrendous. I have the power.
It's already started.
Lilith just emailed him.
No, she's just in chat. She's already started.
I like
Google flight link.
I like Buckle Upside. Yeah, there we go. Actually, you know what? I should check my Sky. I might be able to get you one of Miles on Delta.
Uh-oh.
I have to look at it.
You're gonna bully Eric into it, and then I'm just gonna show up instead.
That's fine too, man. I mean, the more the merrier. So we just got to get Mist to come.
No, I can't. I'm away with work.
Mist, I could have smuggled you in a suitcase back last week.
We are going to make Mist clean his room after this is over with. So.
Yeah.
I am packing, hence why it's a mess.
No, I'd just check him. We'll put him in a check bag.
It'd be funny if you used the
Actually, I
Gerber
think
baby
this is
picture as his
all-
photo ID.
What
And
do you
then
say?
we're like, yeah, checks out.
that's accurate.
So yes,
How tall are you, Miss? Because you actually looked tall when you were cleaning your room earlier.
I am 6 foot and a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you're not. I mean, you're like normal.
Pretty much.
Just
But
a
you're
small
like
bastard.
a giant in Ireland.
He's big in Japan. I know that.
Yeah, everybody's big in
Yeah.
Japan.
All right, so we got about 10 minutes left. Do we want to? There is one section of the CSM notes that I found really interesting. It was a section on the ESI, which is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, it doesn't seem like CCP really cares much about it. I don't know if you guys got that from that
Big
section.
surprise.
I'm just like,
Well,
they're
if they
like,
cared about it, we would have ESI where alliances could see, if they wanted to tax moons, the courts would be able to have it, and alliances could tax it rather than having to have alliances.
They used to care about the API/ESI when there was a dev that actually, saw its potential and saw how many people utilize it and stuff like that and what they do with it.
I
But
think-
unfortunately, Fox 4 isn't in, a CCP anymore, which sucks.
yeah, it seems like, CCP pays attention to parts of the game that the devs particularly care about. And if the devs don't care about it, it just kind of goes by the wayside. That's one of the things I don't like about their development process.
Well, we should make a complaint with the EVE community manager.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait.
Who, Randy?
Yeah, when they got rid of all the community managers and all that, it's
Wait,
like, who do you call at CCP now? Falcon?
I-
Hey, Falcon,
Well,
I need
the
help.
real question is, which GSM member do you contact? So, which goon representative do I need to contact about ESI stuff to get that pushed?
Now,
I would definitely PM
Nominate?
Gareth and just ask him if
and-
he's there.
How about Brisk? Maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely do that. Nah, Brisk doesn't like ESI stuff.
Mm.
Remember,
It's
Well,
definitely
wait.
Aerith. Definitely poke Aerith on, in game especially.
we did not say that during
No,
this
it's
show.
not. No one said
Oh my
that.
god.
See, I was just thinking Brisk because he's a politician. He must love taxes.
I have no idea who this McLeod guy is. I don't know where he came from. He somehow just snuck into the chat.
remember, if you ever want to speak to anyone ever in EVE, Al, and real life, always send them a message saying, "Can I ask you a question?"
That's all.
Instead of just
Nothing
asking-
else.
Yeah, just the
And
yeah,
nothing else.
not the question,
Nothing
just
else.
just the request to ask a question.
That's like the people at work who send me like this little Skype says, "Hi Eric."
I hate
That
shit
window
so
will
much.
sit all day.
Correct. Thanks, Bug, for the follow.
Send me your
but-
complete and utter question.
I'm like, hey, it's like, hey, how's your day going? Shut up. Ask me what you want to bother me about. I ain't got time to read your crap. I'm busy.
How you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Let's get rid of that.
I get a million texts a day. It's hilarious.
Dude, I bet you do.
No,
least you don't get 'em
no. Send does not do that.
I get them from clients, too.
I do need everybody to write down the 5th of November on their calendar and make sure you PM Eric on Jabber and wish him a happy birthday. Several times a day.
Thanks.
Ask him how old he is.
Oh, he's a
Old.
kid.
Yeah, youngster.
Just remember, birthday wishes are only legitimate if you
Oh
send
my
money.
god. Oh my god. Send that is so untrue.
What's he say?
It says it takes me a day to get back to her. That's untrue. That's
She said
email.
a half a day.
Oh, half a day. Now, I want her
So
to
that's
compare
like
and
midnight to
contrast.
noon.
She can compare and contrast to anybody else in my team who she messages and how long it takes them to get back to her.
Well, if she'd spend less time PMing Ashley all day, she'd probably have time.
Shh.
Ooh. Ooh. Spicy.
Getting hot in here.
Yeah, it is. We're getting too close to real life. Let's go back to Eve.
Let's get back to talking about spaceships.
So, what are we going to talk about in Spaceship Land?
Spaceships needs with goons or content, Eve. I mean, look at Eve right now. It's like if we're not doing something, Eve's not doing anything. So.
Inti nerfs.
Well, I mean, Pandemic Horde and GOTG are like basically, trying to screw each other over, which is nice.
Yeah, they're just looking at each other on opposite sides of the Stargate with equal numbers of Super Caps and Titans and not committing. So that's not content.
There is that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was content because that's how the fights went.
I'm ready for a war. Is anybody else ready for a war?
I'm ready for war. Let's
I
go.
want to mine for like 4 months straight so I can get a Titan. I need it. I need it in my life.
I do kind of need a Titan too, but like I'll probably die of boredom if I mine for 4 months straight.
I'll
There,
also
the
like to
audio
finish
shit
my
itself
Titan.
again.
My problem is I'll buy something I don't need while I'm trying to mine for my Titan and then not have enough money for Titan.
I mean, tell Newbie, if you want, you can just give me cat parts and I can finish my Titan.
Actually, you know what? I have a bunch of cap parts. And if you want to come pick them up, oh wait, you can't bridge your freighter to pick them up. Never mind.
I can borrow a freighter, and thanks to the Super Capital Backbone, which is AMOC, we can easily bridge those freighters around to pick stuff up.
Which is AMOC.
Preds doesn't even play Eve, so I don't know why he's talking about battles. Cloaky camping.
Do you know what you will be able to fight and have a war against? The Blood
AMOC
Crimson
recruiting it?
Harvest. No, just the Crimson Harvest and the Blood Raiders returning for the Halloween event.
Yeah, I
Of
turned my mic back on.
course.
Sorry.
Family on his mic isn't off. It's just our audio is just completely.
No,
screwed.
I will click it to mute it, and
So, hot off the heels of last
then
yeah,
I will
yes.
click to unmute my mic, and it won't unmute. So I think something's going on.
It's all up against. It's all against you, man. Like, it's a conspiracy.
Well, I was starting to feel better during the show, and now I'm starting to feel worse. So it's like that ebb and flow of the sinus, problem.
Hot butter
Interrupt
drum.
Poor Mist trying to
Yeah, I mean,
about a
can I finish?
No,
Sure,
Well,
go ahead.
What do you
Sorry
think
for
this is?
Is AMOC recruiting? Is
What do you
that what
think?
you were gonna say?
What do you think
No.
this is? Talking in stations?
Professionals. So with the
Oh, I love that. Anyway, carry on.
Poor man.
so with the Blood Raider events coming back, we're going to have a new range of, well, not a new range, but extending on the Headhunter skins to include all Titans and Supers should now be included for Headhunters. There's going to be an exclusive skin for 4 ships, the Avatar, Gila, Mega, and the Astro, which is going to be the Plex skins. They're bringing some more Helix Curse skin stuff. They're probably going to be Plex as well. So yeah, Headhunter skins for everybody,
Sweet.
I like that skin. It's actually pretty good looking.
as well as blueprints for constructing your own boosters. Because the next wave of Cerebral boosters, it looks like we'll be having to build them this time around instead of just stealing them from people.
Interest.
But yeah, we'll find out hopefully in the next coming weeks as we get close towards Halloween for the next event. Because the Cerebral boosters run out, we can't inject them take them anymore on the 10th of the 10th. So you want to make sure you pop an extended one on that day before downtime, which will give you a decent up to 6 days of training base boost.
See, I don't want more effort. I want more explosions. So how do we get less effort, more explosions? I don't want to have to make anything.
Well, we have to give our opponents ISK so they can buy our stuff again.
That's true.
That feels subpar.
So what's the initiative up to these days, Mr. McLeod?
Just trying to find content where there is content really at the moment. Like, not a whole lot of anything, to be completely honest. Which, you know, I wish I could say that we were doing a whole bunch of stuff. We're kind of not. We're kind of. I think we're just. I think FCs are just kind of looking around for content and stuff. Like, we're spinning up our like wormhole generators again, which is always a fun thing. But you know, that generally tends to just be random stuff occurring in, you know, random areas of you know, of the EVE universe, because you know, we can get there by wormholes. That's about it, really, to be completely honest. Sorry, it wasn't anything more.
Seems like everybody's in crab mode.
Well, hey, I'm gonna share real quick here because you know, that guy Preds is very quick on the cartoons.
Oh, did he make my duck cartoon?
And we made the, you know, dead duck killer's corpse adds resistance. By the way, this is something that would just be cool if CCP would do, if you could just, you know, like Reavers, you know, put the dead corpse on your ships. But I'm gonna bring it in here.
That would be pretty awesome, yeah.
Or even better, you
Did he
could put
put
them
it in
outside
his newly
like
made
your,
art channel? He
like your
did.
citadels.
It's on Aurora.
Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
Holy shit! Ah, that's my new background for my
Poor Doc Killer.
desktop.
It is.
Jesus,
Oh,
dude.
The killer got hit. He got hit by a oracle.
Here it's gonna. Here it is right now.
Shit.
Hope everybody can see that. Okay,
So Eric's sharing it now.
should come up on the chat screen.
Oh man.
So
That is some beautiful artwork there.
That is art. That is art.
I like the little X's in his eyes, like
Oh.
a dead fish. I love it. It's great.
Poor duck.
Sorry.
So that's some more
Hold on, I
cartoons
need to.
from
I
Preds.
need to give
Oh,
this a
look,
corp
there's
model
Duck.
like.
A corp moto.
Yeah, I gotta put my my reaction to it.
So hey, that's pretty much the show
Eric's
for
broken
today.
again.
Oh, I'm broken
Eric's
again.
broken. You can't
They
hear him.
they can hear me on the show. You guys can't hear me.
There he
I don't know.
is. I love him.
There you go.
I'm just gonna
Just-
patch my system and just lose 200 trillion gigs of files or something.
Just frickin' stay on voice activation. It solves all the problem.
Yeah, but I am coughing and stuff. So we're
We
about
don't.
done. So I'm going to go around the room. I'll start with the folks off video for the one last thing for the show this week. Let's start with you, McLeod.
What, in terms of roundup and last words and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, just, you know, my usual shout out to T-Grads, because T-Grads are fucking awesome, and to Innit in general, and to especially to Brisk, because Brisk did you know, did a lot of fucking awesome work on the CSM at the summit. You know, so, you know, mad props to him.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to RJ.
Didn't get to mention it during the show, but there's a really good article that came out this past week about how 2018 is going to go down as the year of bad employer. And this is the year of the bad employer when it comes to game companies, game devs, et cetera, et cetera. It's a really interesting article because it would seem like behind the scenes, the game industry is on fire. So I put it in. I put the link in the chat, so you guys should read it. It's pretty good.
Alrighty. Scythe, you're up.
Shout out to our world famous artists. And I just want to mine in peace so I can build a Titan, then we can go back to war. Okay, is that acceptable? That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to mine so I can build my Titan, then I'll go blow it up.
All right, Mr. Warden, you're up.
Got nothing. Let me donate. If you want to donate to make a rich goon even richer, you can do so. Any amount of refined minerals will help out with my epic quest to AFK Titan Rat.
We're gonna rewrite GoFundMe to give me minerals, and everybody can donate.
You know what I've always wanted to do with regards to building Titans?
What?
Basically build a Ragnarok out of like reprocessed like PvE loot, because that would literally be the purest Ragnarok in the entire game.
Yeah. I can
Well,
see
to
that
give
happening.
you an idea of how long that will take, I'm currently salvaging Rockhaven sites, and the loot that you get from that is enough to build one part that you need. So for when you need 496 parts to build a Titan, you need to do 496 Rockhavens.
Well, hey, Skippy, get cracking. All right, let's go.
No one said it was going to be easy,
He just said it would be badass.
but you know,
I-
if you have stuff that you can't be asked reprocessing, just contract it all to Falahan.
I am
Yes.
sure over I don't know how many gajillion years I've played this stupid game, I got shit I can reprocess. You know, it's really sad when they change doctrines. I don't even refit my ships. I just buy a new one and just
Dude. Just sell the fuck.
yeah. All right, newbie, you're up, brother.
I don't have anything. I'm just looking forward to Vegas, and I'm actually logging in my Super Cat builder right now to see what parts I have to give to Mist, and how you move them, dude, is up to you.
Alrighty, I want to thank everybody for being on the show, and everybody in the audience for everything, all the subs, all the follows. We do appreciate it, everything you do, and we appreciate you tolerating us for an hour every week. We will likely be back next week. I probably will not be here, so I have a bunch of family things to do, but we will be rolling somewhere. Look at Newbie's like, no, we're not going to be here. No.
I'm not gonna be here. I'm taking off on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got to go, deliver pork products.
I'm on pork delivery into Illinois and Iowa, and then I'm driving out to Vegas.
There he goes.
You got to
$400 a day.
You got to go porking. So you know.
$400 a
What's that,
day
man?
to park your car in the Cosmo. I'm just saying.
That's
Is
all
that
right.
actual Jen?
All right. Well, we will see everybody. Thank you much. We are out of here.
Bye.
Uh,
Goodbye.